one. Hey folks, all right, so as promised, we are doing a special edition of the Tuesday Night Talks, and what's going to go on here, there's going to be a follow-up article with all the recipes and everything, but I keep hearing people cannot buy hand sanitizer, disinfecting wipes, disinfecting spray, and baby wipes, and toilet paper. Well, the toilet paper, you're on your own. You're just going to have to hook a spray nozzle up to your toilet. Good luck, guys. The baby wipes, I'm going to do a separate video on, simply because I feel it should be separate. But the hand sanitizer, the disinfecting spray, and the disinfecting wipes, I'm going to show you how to make tonight. And as I said, there will be a follow-up article with all the recipes and everything on DesMoinesNewAge.com. in the Des Moines New Age Source blog section. It's my blog. I'm going to be doing, well, in the article you will have 3 recipes on each. One is going to be your all natural, 100% natural stuff. The second tier is going to be everyday stuff, but pepped up with a little bit of natural stuff. And then the third tier is just your basic everyday stuff you can run to the dollar store, grab really fast for super cheap, make it, move on. So, oh, also, we will have a follow-up talk on doing your own baby wipes, but we'll also have a follow-up talk, an article on healthy eating, herbs and essential oils that you can use in teas and diffusers to keep yourself healthy and keep your immune system up and boosted. This is stuff you can throw in your food, your soups, your stews, your teas, everything. Anyway, but since I'm going to have a whole table in front of me, the lovely Nicole is going to be helping me out. So, and then Sarah is going to be helping me running around washing different stuff because, yeah, you know how it goes. All right, so here we go. I'm going to flip the camera around. Hey, say hey, Nicole.
Hey.
Say hey, Sarah.
Hi.
All right, here we go. So you guys are going to flip this around and point it toward me. Make sure to get the table and everything. You got the table?
Mostly.
Table and me. Pull back a little bit and make sure you can hear me. First thing I'm going to, are we good? Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to light up some sage. And this is partially burned. I do apologize, but I wanted to make sure to get this in. Now, what you're going to do, in your home, when you walk in the door, quick tip, you can either make a wipe station at the door to wipe down your phone because it's going to be even dirtier than your hands, but you can also sage yourself off, sage your truck, sage your home. White sage, blue sage, sage burning actually kills 98%, I believe it is, of airborne bacteria. There was more than just the metaphysical reason why people sage. So you're clearing your home of negative energy, as well as clearing out all the bugs. The second thing I would advise you to do, Palo Santo. And what this is going to do, it's going to clear out the bugs, it's going to smell a little nicer than sage, and a whole hell of a lot less like weed. But it's also going to fill it back up with positive energy. So what that's going to do, when you have a positive attitude, you're less likely to get sick. That's just the way things go. So these two I'm going to set aside over here. Now, first thing we're going to do, because it's a little bit easier than everything, oh, right. I've already blended them, but the cleaner set of essential oils already pre-blended, and what that is, tell me if you can see these, Nicole. Sarah was nice enough to write it all out for me on dry erase board.
I'll zoom in for a little bit.
Okay, zoom. Okay, cleaning essential oils. You've got your tea tree. That's a big one in your cleaning blends. You really want tea tree in everything simply because it's antibacterial. Now I know pets have a hard time with this, so if you do need to substitute because you have dogs and cats, you can use eucalyptus, but if you can, use tea tree. Second one down is going to be lavender. Now, lavender is antiviral. The sweet orange, which smells amazing. Some people like to substitute different citrus oils. I love sweet orange. Not only does it give you that happy, perky vibe, but it also prohibits bacterial growth. Rosemary. Rosemary is actually pretty interesting. Not only does it smell pretty good, but it's an antifungal. And then lemon, because let's be honest, lemon is absolutely awesome. The ratio, make it how you like, 10 to 15 drops of each. I picked these 5 because they are readily accessible generally, pretty cost effective, easy to come by, you can blend them up. I sell them here at Des Moines New Age Shop. So we should be ready to go. Okay, now, pirates, here we come. All right, first of all, I wrote down the recipes because I knew I was gonna forget them. So we're gonna do 2 ounces aloe vera gel. And you know what? I've never much cared for that, so we're gonna squirt this in here, like so. Okay, we're gonna get all that up in there. Okay. Sorry, guys. Here we go. And then witch hazel. Where's my witch hazel? There it is. Oh my God, it's right in front of me. Dear God. All right, 1/4 tablespoon. So, judge by about 1/4. There we go. There we go. That's the witch hazel. Now, normally it's going to be rubbing alcohol and aloe vera gel if you just want to do a basic one. But right now we're doing an all natural set. And then the cleaner you use, you're going to want to do about 20 drops, but you can eyeball this. So we're going to go like so. Okay. And now I'm going to put this in. This is optional. You can just use the cleaner essential oils, but your energy cleanse blend. Do this real quick. Oh, and also very important, do not touch your eyes after this. All right, now, and I have neglected to bring up a stir stick. I'm gonna use the end of the Palo Santo. Sarah, my love, would you go get a stir stick, please?
Sure.
All right, awesomeness. Also a spoon to scrape this out with, because this is kind of jelly and gummy.
I always manage to forget something. Just hope it's not something vital.
Well, it's not that vital, but you know, I'm not going to use my pen. All right, and I'm going to put a little more witch hazel in here because this is a little bit thick for my taste. And witch hazel you can get just about anywhere. Dollar store, Walgreens, what have you. All right. Still a little bit thick for my taste, but for what we're wanting to do, this will work. Sorry, we're gonna pause here. Also, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. For your cleansing wipes, this was 1 roll of paper towels, and I cut it in half. Well, Dennis, my husband, and Sarah cut it in half. It's a pain to cut in half, but it's well worth it. I'll come back to that in a moment. All right, here we go. Cool. Thank you, Sarah. Bamboo skewers, very important in life.
So important.
All right, here we go. And now you can put a little bit more witch hazel in this. That is totally and 100% fine. I'm just using this right now.
It is super thick.
It is super thick, but sorry, burned off. Almost all of it's gone. Okay, Sarah, my darling dear,
Yeah.
I need you to rinse this out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And please rinse this as well.
Okay,
I know,
it'll
you're just like, oh my God, seriously? Okay, thank you. All right. Now, in the cleansing, or in the clearing essential oil blend, can you get a good look at this? Okay. In the clearing essential oil blend, this one is going to start with a base of clary sage, cedar wood. Then we're going to move on to myrrh and frankincense. Do not add too much myrrh as it will overpower everything else. But that's about 10 to 15 drops of each. And just wing it. But again, myrrh will overpower everything else, so probably maybe about 5 to 7 drops of that. Now, the other thing, I've put 2 on here that are optional, lemongrass and Palo Santo. Palo Santo, you just get the cheap grade, you'll be fine. You're not buying it for the scent, you're buying it for the property. The Palo Santo, what that's gonna do is it's going to pour positive back into all of the clearing, And then the lemongrass is a road opener oil. So it's going to take away jinxes, stuff like that. Just when you have ill runs of luck, when you find all the doors closed to you, lemongrass is going to help you open all those up. Clary sage is clearing. Sage, obviously. Cedar, another really good clearer, but it's got a good, strong, sturdy foundation, which is why I paired it with the clary. So we're not just moving the energy around, we're pushing it out. And then frankincense and myrrh, they're some of your best protective oils. The other one is dragon's blood, but it's more of an amplifier, and I don't like the smell of dragon's blood, and I'm gonna have to use these. So if you want to put in dragon's blood, feel free, but these are your main components in the energy clearing essential oil blend. All right. Okay, so now we have, let me draw a line through that. Oh, thank you, dear. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm not making people too dizzy.
No worries. Now another quick thing with this that I am going to tell you guys, when you are doing anything like this, use distilled water. It sounds nutty, but I'm going to tell you why. Your tap water has a higher content of bacteria and germs, and your sprays and your wipes are going to mold quicker. They're going to actually mold with tap water, whereas with distilled, you don't have it in there. A lot of people use rubbing alcohols in their sprays and wipes. If you want to be all natural, use white vinegar. Tell you why. It kills almost all of your mold and mildew. So if you want to go bleachless, this is the way to do it. Now, all right.
We have a question.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Angela Hernandez asks, does the hand sanitizer actually have alcohol in it?
No, my version that I just made had witch hazel and aloe vera gel and the essential oils. And also you can do a kid's one with just the essential oils and the aloe vera gel. And that's it. But if you just want to go basic, hardcore, then yes, it would be, 3 parts rubbing alcohol to 1 part aloe vera gel.
And I believe they say the reason why some recipes use that is it's less drying to the skin versus where alcohol will dry out your skin more.
Yes, but also alcohol is a really good germ killer, and it dries really fast, and I think that's part of the reason why they use it.
She also asked, can we use aloe leaf?
I wouldn't. I would use the gel simply because this is going to last longer. The aloe leaf, you're going to have to keep it refrigerated and all this other stuff. While you're trying to work with hand sanitizer on the go, you want to be able to just set it and forget it.
She said she couldn't find the gel anywhere.
Really? I found this at the dollar store. Literally, it has a dollar store brand. Or maybe it's a Target brand.
I know you definitely find it in the summertime when they come out with all the sunscreens because of the sunburn.
Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. So, right now we are going to go to the disinfectant spray.
Maybe they're running a shortage of it because people are trying to do this kind of stuff, maybe?
And that is quite possible. I'm trying to think of another good gel. You know what? I'll put it in the article. Let me look at it. I think it would be vegetable glycerin, but I'm not sure. Let me just, actually, honestly, if you run out of the gel, just mix up your cleaner EOs and throw them in water and spray them down on your hands. And you should be good. The gel is just more for comfort than anything. Okay, so
And probably it lasts longer on the skin, like you said, so the effect of keeping your hands cleaner would last a tiny bit longer.
Right. Okay, so 1/4 cup. I'm going to be doing the disinfectant spray. Now, with essential oils and especially citrus oils, everybody says, you must have an amber glass bottle. Well, I love all those people. The problem is,
they're not readily available.
where are you going to find them? Are you going to find them in your kitchen? I don't know about you, but I don't keep them, and I make the stuff. So, plastic will be just fine. I promise you. At least for, okay, you're not supposed to be having this lying around for 8 months. I want you guys using this every day, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. So you're going to go through it pretty fast. So the plastic will be just fine. Just keep it in a shaded place. Okay, so here we go. So 1/4 cup distilled water. Boom! And then we're going to do 1/4 cup white vinegar.
Yeah, she said KCCI put an article out, and that's why she's thinking it's all poof.
And again, you can just use essential oils either in your favorite body oil, like if you do vitamin E hand oil or something like that, and you can just rub them on your skin. You can use it that way too. And then we're going to do 12 drops of the cleaner oil. Okay, there we go. And then I'm also going to be doing a little bit of the energy cleansing oil. There we go. There we go. You don't have to add as much because you're not going for whatchamacallit.
The smell as much as the properties?
Yeah, you're going for the metaphysical properties. So you're going to whip this up like so. Whipping it, 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 whipping it. You want to make sure this is pretty well mixed up before you put it in your plastic bottle. And like I said, there are going to be some people that are absolutely fanatical about glass, but that's only if you want to store it for a really long time. If you're just doing it for a little while, I promise you, plastic will be fine.
Oh, she was asking
Can I get a wash on this, baby?
if the ratio for oil and alcohol would be the same?
Oil and alcohol. Oil and alcohol. Please clarify, and on which product?
Alcohol says what cheese one mixing.
Yeah, because I know she was asking if you could use for...
Hand sanitizer or spray?
Yeah, because she said something about a one-third to two-thirds alcohol or oil to alcohol. So I'm not sure.
Okay, so there you go. Now, well, actually, I'll just set this off to the side.
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Oil to alcohol.
Witch hazel possibly?
Are you meaning witch hazel? Because what I showed you was witch hazel and aloe vera gel.
That is strong.
It's just hitting you, huh? Okay.
I've smelled it for a little bit.
Woo!
It's just, yeah.
Does that one have vinegar in it?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
That's it. Oh, but it works. It works.
I was going to say, you can substitute vinegar for rubbing alcohol, but you want it to be 60% to 90% rubbing alcohol.
But vinegar does work.
Yes, it does.
Very well.
It's actually a very healthy alternative, to be honest. Okay, so...
Well, it's one of those old wives cleaning and all that.
And yes, I just threw the water on the floor. Anyway. But, okay, now for the disinfectant wipes, I'm going to go ahead and use the vinegar recipe because I am going to do the all-natural products in front of you guys. But again, if you want more recipes that range from all-natural to absolute bare necessities, bare bones basics, read the article that will follow.
Yeah, and it was for how to make the hand sanitizer without the aloe that she was talking about.
2,
Oh, Antoinette tuned in.
3, 4, 2, 3. Okay. Now, this is going to, and as to the hand sanitizer, get yourself some oil like argan oil, vitamin E oil, anything like that, anything that'll be fast absorbed into your skin. Put the essential oils in it, rub it up. Okay. 1/4 cup vinegar.
Could you even do jojoba?
Actually, yes, you could do jojoba.
Or how about fractionated coconut?
Now, fractionated coconut you could do as well. Yes, good job. And also, coconut oil is antimicrobial, antibacterial. So get going, Nicole. But remember to only use that on your hands because it can cause some people to have breakouts. All right, so we're on to the disinfectant wipes. Now, I've already yanked the paper towel middle out of the middle. Because when I went to Walmart, there were no paper towels and no toilet paper, almost no baby wipes and no napkins. By the way, people, do not flush paper towels, do not flush napkins, Do not flush baby wipes. They don't flush well. They're going to mess up the sewers, and we're going to have even more problems later on. Plus, you're going to have really hugely clogged toilets, so don't do that. Anyway.
They don't biodegrade like TP does.
No, they do not. But anyway, so everybody had bought all the paper towels, so I could not find any paper towels to do this demo. So I thought ahead. These are mechanic shop paper towels. Yeah.
Nice and sturdy buggers, too.
Oh, dude, check these buggers out. Look at this. Look at this. Ha! Ha! Yeah, anyway, so the kung fu of paper towels. But again, the trick is going to be chopping them in half with a serrated knife, which sucks because you can't pull out this middle beforehand, otherwise they all fall apart. And then getting them into a container. Now, normally I would use a glass jar, but if you have kids, forget the glass. You're never going to use glass again. Or a container of like an old Lysol wipe container will work too, as long as it's the right size for these. Get your half. For right now, we're going to stick it in a gallon-sized bag because, as lovely Sarah mentioned, people probably aren't as hoardy as I am. So, yeah, they don't have just random shit lying around in containers. But anyway, so gallon-sized bag. And as you can see, I popped out the middle. And then I already make sure you start it first, otherwise you will be in a world of pain.
It's awfully darn messy with even the ones that come prepackaged.
Yes. But anyway.
The last one is always super soupy too.
I know, right? Okay. Yeah, but that's the good stuff. Anyway, so.
They're not fun to wipe down book covers.
Those are the good ones.
All right. Now, the ratio on the disinfectant wipes is going to be 1 3/4 cups distilled water. Again, you have to use distilled. Or at least boil the crap out of your tap water if you can't get your hands on distilled. Boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it. Maybe add like a drop of bleach. Anyway, the other thing is it's going to take 1/4 cup of distilled vinegar. And again, I've got alternate recipes in the article. Okay? So altogether, you're going to use 2 cups of the clearing liquids. And then you're going to use 2 tablespoons of dish soap because you have to have a surfactant. I know I'm slaughtering that pronunciation. You've got to have like a foaming, soaping agent. So, 2 tablespoons. Here we go. 1. Key. And as you can see, I'm using pretty much all bargain discount stuff. I mean, this is all dollar store stuff, guys. This is not high grade, okay? You just want something nasty and degreasy. And Dawn is awesome for that. Mm-hmm. So is AJ.
I was going to say, anything foaming is usually degreasing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, so now you got your cleaner EOs. So you want about 30 drops of these in there. Because I don't have a dropper, I'm just going to be like, oh, what now? So yeah, I might be a little bit off on the contingencies here. And then you're going to put in a little of your Energy Cleanse essential oils. And again, these are optional, but I like to do a double and triple for that. Same way with my floor salts that I make. All right. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that.
For sure.
Okay.
Thank goodness for a nearby sink.
And we whisk and we whisk. It would actually be better with a whisk, but you know what? I couldn't find it at home to bring, so we're just going to do a bamboo skewer. And if you don't have a Pyrex container, you can use a bowl. You can use anything. It doesn't matter. I do advise you wash it thoroughly before you eat out of it if you're going to use something to eat with, because this stuff is going to taste nasty.
Yeah, you're probably going to have a nasty stomach ache out of it.
All right.
Because of the soap, man, you might be burping bubbles for a while.
Right?
I learned that from experience when me and my brother first started dishes as a kid. We added a little too much soap.
Okay. Now, ideally, you want a nice big coffee can or something, so basically you can turn this thing over and over and over and make sure every bit of it is soaked. But if you're working on the fly, like I always am, yeah, this is my basic life motto. I'm going to wing it on something that definitely should not be won.
You know what these would fit perfect in? Coffee can!
Yep.
And then he can turn it all the way around, upside down, and shake it.
Only the plastic coffee cans, because the metal ones get nasty after a while.
That's true.
So,
because aren't they kind of cardboard, some of them?
yeah, they're kind of, you know, you just...
Well, you never know what something will eat. Metal can get eaten into a little easier than plastic, honestly.
Okay, now you want to make sure this is all mixed, which is why you see me stirring and 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 stirring. You want to make sure this is 100% mixed before you pour it on because it's hard to take back. Just saying.
Plus, a lot of those ingredients like to separate.
And you do not want to try and pour more on the paper towels. I mean, you can try it. I did. I did not like the results. So, let me see if this is actually mixed up. Well, can you get a picture of that underside? There you go.
I don't see any different colorations, but...
All right, so we don't have any banding. That's good. All right. By the way, I tried to get a white lab coat for this because I thought it would be cool because I got goggles at home, but they were all that, so yeah. All right, so we're gonna pour this in. Again, I suggest a container, but you know, we're working on the fly. You must work on the fly. You wanna get it nice and even as much as possible. Wow, this stuff smells amazing. It's actually pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna go around and I'm pouring around and around and around and around and around because I really want this thing nice and soaked down.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's soaking into the middle and then it's gonna soak out.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering.
And again, you can use other stuff. I will be posting other recipes, but this
She's been doing lots of research.
is all natural. I used to do this when I was too broke to actually get wipes and stuff, but you know. Oh, yes, thank you. Awesome. Okay. As you can see, it's going to take a little bit to soak all the way through, so don't get disheartened. That's fine. You want to set this aside, maybe let it sit, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. So set it aside, and yeah, we're good to go. But I will pull out one right now. I'll show you. There you go. What needs cleaned? I don't know. Sarah, you got anything that needs cleaned? Here, I'll clean the top of the baby wipe container. I'm sure it needed it at some point, okay? And you can see a little bit of slight foam, but not too much. And, okay, you can tell how that texture is pretty tough. So, one thing, get the toughest paper towels humanly possible because the other ones just flake out and degrade. So, tough kung fu paper towels. All right. Okay, folks, feel free to ask me anything. Do I have any more comments or questions?
Not yet. I've been watching.
Okay, another quick pro tip. If you want to keep bed bugs, roaches, stuff like that out of your traveling bags, even the bags you take to work, burn sage through your bags, but also throw sage leaves in the bottom and crunch them up. They will keep most anything away. If you're having trouble with roaches, bed bugs, lice, ants in your home, there is a floor salt mixture that I sell, and I'll post a link to that as well as soon as I get it written up. And you can actually sprinkle it all throughout your floors, leave it down for a night, kills everything. The basis of it is cornstarch, baking soda, coarse grained sea salt. So that is your basic mixture. You pour it all down, everything like that, leave it down, vacuum it up. It feels awesome energetically, it's amazing, and it kills everything. Some people mix it with diatomaceous earth, which is awesome, and completely pet and kid safe. So, all right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. Mwah! For Des Moines New Age Shop, this is Alicia signing off. Fuck coronavirus.
Later, y'all.